Hello, and welcome to Aska. Right, so again, a lot of these survival crafting games at the moment in the Steam Next Fest, this one seems to be kind of, I'm guessing it's probably going for the Valheim spot, trying to usurp the title at the moment. But yeah, it's a survival crafting game, and you're a Viking. We'll get into character creation. So I'm assuming Aska comes from the fact that the first person that you greeted on in the screen here is Aska. And they're daughter of the Raven, keeper of the Eye. We can get some different stats here. We've got a couple choices. It looks like there's just two. So Ragnar has higher base health, takes longer before he gets hungry and thirsty, more cold resistance, better strength, but dexterity, intelligence and perception are better on Aska, which are ranged combat, use of magic, and the ability to discover resources. So anyway, I've just finished playing the Aloft demo, so we're a guy in that. This time we'll just put this character together here. I don't think there's much customization. I think it's more meant to be that you are playing as this character, not your character. So we'll just throw a few things together here. Hairstyle, all look a bit punk rock. Get a braid there. Or we can just start shaving it all off. We'll stick with the ponytail and we'll just go red. Body, we basically just can choose tattoo styles. There's not tons of variety, but I think that one's just clean. Let's go with maybe that one. We'll just keep the red theme going. I don't think, yeah, it's not one of these where it gets dark as you go through. Yeah, you can get some odd colours. Some very odd looking colours in this. Right. Sure. Right. I don't think it's still got my saves. Right, we'll start a new game. Character Aska. And start. Because I did play this a few weeks back. The demo was actually available before the Steam Next Fest. So I have done about an hour and a bit, and I got my first few villagers, but then it's come out in the Steam Next Fest. And it looks like since it's my second playthrough, it's skipped the cutscene, but basically, we're sailing around looking for new land, and this giant over there smashes our boat and we become shipwrecked. Right. And on that note, we're off. Now there's this material here called Jotun blood. So if I'm remembering my Norse mythology correctly, the Jotuns are the giants. So it looks like he's probably cut himself a bit when he was smashing the boat, and we've managed to get a bit of his blood in a sort of crystallized form. Speaking of, yeah, looks like a bit of a Jotun, bit of a giant has been snapped off, and there's a chunk here that if we get the right tools we can mine. And again, since I've played a little bit, not tons, but I've got like a basic base established before, I'll talk you through it now. So the first thing we're probably going to want to do is get to gathering, and we're going to want to find a lot of we're going to want to find a lot of, what would it be? Sticks and rocks in particular at the moment. Now we can do a resource search, and you'll notice that it highlighted these little trees in yellow. That means that they're a gatherable material. Because obviously the game is very nice looking, but obviously with realistic looking like flora and things, it's quite visually cluttered, the screen, we'll say. So there's a lot going on here that you would probably otherwise miss. Because if they just highlighted everything, it'd be an awful UI mess. So they give you a button to just like ping the area and it'll just highlight resources for a moment. We get the Wisdom Wisp kinda trying to give us some quests and things as we go through. So they're going to be, hey, you should go and like build a campfire and not die tonight, and so on. I know vaguely what I'm doing, so we're just going to keep going around for a bit, gathering some basic resources. I really need to find some small rocks that we can pick up. Aha, there we go. Okay, we have a problem. We've found a skeleton. So we probably want to avoid this area for now. Because as we know, Norse, any game which is Norse mythology based will always have Draugr. Because who can resist putting zombies in a game? It's tradition at this point. You practically have to. Right. Is that a small stone? It is. And we might, yeah, there's some jaggedy rocks here. We're close to the coast. We can probably find a few more small stones around here. They'll be more plentiful here. We don't need these reeds at the moment. And we're going to continue on to ignore the tutorial wisp because I know better. Ooh, we found some mussels. So we can gather these as a bit of food. You'll notice in the bottom left, so this is a proper survival crafting game. There are some survival elements. It's not just a case of, oh yes, it's a quote-unquote survival crafting game. No, it's genuinely, okay, you can starve. Don't take it too lightly. Anyway, we have more or less gathered all we need to get started. Before night falls, we probably want to build, we probably want to create an axe and probably chop down a tree. Right, let me see. Inventory, let's see what we can do. And that's the point as well. You'll notice our inventory is kind of, it's a bit different. So each one of these small item slots can fit a small item. The Jotun blood, for example, takes up one slot. We've got a water pouch, which is partly full, that will also contain one. That will also take up one slot. Some things are stackable. Fibres, small stones, and mussels we've managed to stack up. Medium items like the sticks we've been harvesting from the little spruce trees and that take up one slot each in the medium item slot. And for large items we can only carry one, and because the reason why is because we have to hold it in our hands. Right. So if we enter the build menu, we can go to tools we can start creating some proper tools. So we're going to need sticks, stone blades, and rope. So we can go to the materials, we can go and we can create some rope. We have plenty of fibre, so we can craft some rope. There we go, we've crafted 2. We can go to stone blade, we've got quite a lot of rocks, so we'll craft a bunch of those, because we're going to need a few. Using that we can get a stone axe. That'll use one of our sticks, one of our stone blades, and one of our ropes. We can also go as far then as to put a pickaxe together. And now we can go ahead and, for example, we can start chopping down these trees. Right. Some kind of monster over there in the bush. So, kill whatever that was. There's another one out there, but we don't need to go picking fights. You'll notice as well that as long as we're doing well in terms of our survival needs, we will slowly start to heal. I'm thinking that this is a nice clear area, just here, and we can probably put a base down here. When we do put items down, structures and things, we can actually like flatten the ground and that, so we don't have to worry about whether or not it's too level. You know, we don't have to worry if it's a bit bumpy, basically. Right, let's look at bushcraft then. Now, we could go for a campfire, but we'll need more stones. And we have to start with a simple fire. So, we're going to need a lot of stones. We want to find either a rock that we can mine, or I want to go looking for small stones again along the shore. Since we've got the pickaxe, we should probably go for the mining option. With a weird, whatever the hell that is. Wisp waste. So I guess they're wisps. Natural water collector. So we can hold to drink. We are a bit thirsty. And that'll fill us to be fully hydrated. This is a good find as well. These natural water collectors you can upgrade and turn them into wells. Also, what's quite nice, if you do go up to a stone rock, for example, or if you move over to a tree and you start harvesting, you will equip the correct tool automatically. Just little quality of life things that are nice to just have as standard on survival crafting games these days. Right. I like as well the whole thing is in third person. I do think, personally, I think that third person survival crafters are generally, I think they're better than the ones that are first person. I mean, preferably I'd have a toggle between the two, but especially ones where you can do a bit of character customization. I think that is one thing that I would love to see more of in this game, a bit more character customization. I'm presuming that the current way that characters are at the moment is probably just because early access, early demo I guess for Steam Next Fest. So it's a demo. I'm guessing that they're like this because the game is nowhere near finished yet. You'll notice as well as we do things, we'll slowly gain skills in them here. So we'll be better at mining stones now. Each time we hit, we roll for a bit of a amount of damage. but as we get better levels in mining, the odds of us rolling higher numbers will increase. Anyway, yeah, what I was saying, so I'd like to see more games do like character customization, especially like survival crafting and stuff, you know, just I think it just makes more sense. But yeah, I'd love to see this get a better character creator. If you're going to make it third person, then character customization is even more important, I think. I think you can kind of overlook it when it's first person. I'd still prefer games with that, but anyway, we're going to grab all these. And there, as you can see, yeah, we can't. If we want the large stones, then we have to actually yeah. There we go. If we want the large stones, we actually have to pick them up one at a time and take them back with us. We can, if we keep hitting them, turn them into smaller stones, but we won't get very many. Oh, it even highlights enemies like that guy over there. Very nice. Right. Right, we're going to harvest this. Harvesting these large stones, as I say, it won't yield many small stones. Literally, we're just getting. Well, we got a few. We got like 3, but I'm wondering if we've even got the inventory for it all. Yeah, we will have, if we just go for small stones. And yeah, as we go through the day, we'll begin to fatigue, as we're doing now. And it's because we're starting to get a bit hungry, we're starting to get a little bit thirsty. We'll want to build that campfire once we've done this. Right, so last one. But yeah, breaking through this single large rock, this like boulder, has nearly completely destroyed our pickaxe, and it has taken ages. That said, you get a ton of resources from it, so understandably it takes ages, it uses up loads of durability, but you do get a lot from it. Right. I think these flax, yeah, this flax bushes and that, we can grab a bit. It looks like there's a load of these Jotun blood boulders here. We should definitely look at getting those. Right. Okay. So we can supply the tools to make it. We can open the menu and we can select an upgrade for the fire to make it a proper campfire. Then if we look at the orange part of it, the upgrade area, we can supply it. Missing ingredients. We need a little bit more in the way of we just need a few more sticks basically. And we can grab them here. And now there we are. Okay. We're going to make another stone pickaxe. In fact, no, we'll need sticks and some rope. Right. We've got enough to make 5 rope. We're going to need a lot of sticks, because we've just used all of them. Right. Okay. We're going to look at our inventory and we're going to get some of these berries down as eat the full lot, and that's filled our hunger, and they also gives a bit of thirst. So we're looking good. Now what we need to do, because it looks like we're more or less in the morning now. Right. What we could do we're doing next would be to, let's see. Yeah, we'll probably want a shelter and a rain collector. Shelter, we're going to need some actual large sticks and some bark. And a rain collector, just some sticks and some long sticks. Now you probably think, well, what's a long stick? That's a good question. So we're going to put this by the fire. And then we're going to build our first rain collector nearby there. So, long sticks. Young fir gives long sticks. So we'll just give it a good whack. And then we chop it up a bit more while it's on the floor. And there we go, we get 2 long sticks. And obviously, large item. Okay, before we do anything, we're probably going to need, it looks like we need a hoe. So let's make one. We're going to need, here we are, cannot craft this, missing component. Blades, we need sticks. So as we chop this up, we do get some regular sticks that fall off it, so basically broken branches and things that we can gather as we fell the tree, and we can use that to create a stone hoe. And now we can go over here and we can level the ground. So as I mentioned, it doesn't really matter if the ground isn't super flat, you'll flatten it out as you build. And in case you're wondering, now, yeah, everything at the moment is all covered in grass and things, but as we build up and the area starts to get more used and that, we will start to see a lot of the grass like fade away essentially. And yeah, it's a good job you can kind of use your resource vision to just grab everything up. I think we'll put the other one over here. Yes. That's all the sticks that we need. We now need to get a hammer. So if we go back to tools, we can get a wooden hammer. There we go. Day one is over. We're doing alright for ourselves. So far, so simple. It's your typical average survival crafting game. We need some more twigs and some more long sticks, so we're still going to need to go out here. But it will get quite interesting once we've got the basics set up here and we start going into some of the more advanced buildings. Right. Right, let's get this long stick. There it is. Oh. Right, we need regular sticks. Oh, and we can also harvest the tree stumps. Trying to remember what these give. I don't think you get sticks necessarily from them. Yeah, you get firewood from these. I think this is the one we chopped down earlier. Right, let's see what we've got then. We need a few more sticks. We need some long sticks and some regular sticks on that. So if we fell a few more trees, that should do it. And then we're well on our way. Right. I mean, has it been using my axe this entire time, like my pickaxe on this? So I'm just looking at that. I think it might have been. Right. Because it says I've got no tool, but... Oh! I think I get it. I think we're using the pickaxe on the what's it yeah, I think we're using the pickaxe on the stumps for some reason. Oh no, not harvest, pick up. There we go. Then we need twigs, well, sticks. Good lord, the amount of bark. And for this we need a few more sticks. Right, we should be able to supply all that. Stick and stick. Right. Then we just repeatedly hit it with a hammer until it's all ready. We can supply the bark right away. And we're already getting better at building. Right, if we need some bark or some long sticks anytime, we can go there. Right. We can now build the Eye of Odin. We'll need some large stones, sticks, and long sticks. Right. Level the area. And we can already supply a lot of the materials. Right. So far, so good. We need some long sticks. Where are we? Where's the other one? Here we are. We're quite fortunate as well. We've got a natural water collector here, so we can refill our full first bar. Excellent. And what have we got? We need some sticks. Of course, we need some sticks. Right. So we're going to get straight away just started on building that. We'll get this cut down. Right. And we want the large sticks. Not large sticks, sorry, we want the small sticks. Right. We've got 5 of 8. We can probably just gather the rest from some spruce trees. Well, spruce trees. Yep. There we go. Flax as well here, but if we get this one, that should do it. Right. Now we need those large stones. Going to create a stone pickaxe. We're going to need some stone blades. And then we're going to harvest this. Not only will this give us some Jotun blood, we should get some large stones out of it. And that should allow us, hopefully, to then really get our little village here kick-started. Because this is when the game starts to get pretty good. Right, let's cool it for a moment, let our character's stamina refresh, and away we go. I'm really struggling to get through this, but I'm hoping I'm remembering this right as well, and that it actually does give us some large stones as well, because at the moment I'm just seeing lots of small ones. I'm wondering if I've remembered wrong here. I think there's a large stone just there, actually. Right, we're getting better though at stone harvesting. Right, there we go. A large stone. And here we are. We'll have it built. There we go. And Eye of Odin menu. Not quite. Open storage. Right, so what we want to do, so we can put 4 in, but we're going to need more than 4. But we've luckily just cracked open another crystal. It's going to give us a bunch more. Right. We've harvested all the stone from that. We can open this up. Give it one more and activate. And here we go. This is where the game gets interesting. So we've got a choice. We've got a choice to make. We can go with Tora, who excels in harvesting crops and gathering resources during the fall. Efficiency and yield during the season are unmatched. They have a stout constitution. They're less prone to illness and colds, sore throats, intoxications, food poisonings, due to strong immune system. Or we can go with Revna, who is really good at dealing with cold and nighttime, and who can run longer, but they sleep more often. So we're going to go with Tora, I think, because they're going to have potentially higher yields and be less prone to illness and things. And as you can see now on the right hand side, we've got a new villager coming in 10 minutes. So it takes them a while to get here. But this is when the game really starts to get into its own. So now, and we can go to sleep, we can pass the time. But more importantly, yeah, soon we won't be the only person here, and we can actually start to get new people here and get them to do some of our work for us, which is quite interesting. But as you can see, it's like got a beam going up and it's going to call someone in. As you can see, we can manage these houses, but we are going to, of course, need to build a new house that's going to be for our villager. We're also going to want to put some other structures down to just kind of get us started with things here. I'm hoping this water collector's refilled as well here. It has. In fact, I probably didn't need to do that thinking about it, because there's yeah, I want to fix my hunger as well, and that means we're probably going to eat these berries. They don't give you much. You can just about make out the icon for hunger down there in the bottom. And we might have that with a few onions. There we go, and it's just about topped off. So now that we've got, yeah, now that we're well fed and we're hydrated, we can start to work a bit faster now. We'll be a bit more efficient. One thing we're going to go for next, so basic production, as you can see, we can now get gatherers' pits, stone cutters' pits, and wood cutters' pits. Gatherers will go around gathering like berries and other things for food. Woodcutters will chop down nearby trees, and stone cutters the same, but with stone, obviously. So we're gonna go with a stone cutter's pit. We'll need some long sticks, some regular sticks, and some rope. And we're gonna build this, I think, over by these trees. We'll first need to level the area. And there we go. So this is where I think the game starts coming into its own. It's quite interesting. The ones that come to mind over this are Palworld and Conan Exiles that kind of do a similar thing with regards to like, and there might be more, but they're the ones that I think of that do this whole like you're not just surviving it alone. You can recruit people or and things like that. Though in this instance, we are doing it in a nicer way. We don't just go and capture them and bring them back bound and tied. You recruit them, and so yeah, we can. Let's see. We're going to need some more twigs and some more rope. We should be able to get both. We need a young fir to harvest long. What's it? Sticks. So when the new villager gets here, I think we'll put them in my hut. We'll put them to work, and when they've got enough stuff, we'll build a hut for ourselves and using the materials they gather us. Right. But yeah, as I was saying, I like the idea that because it starts becoming a bit of a colony simulation. Like all your characters have their own quirks and perks. I only got around about as far as having, I think I had like 2 or 3 villagers before I quit the demo, but even then, oh, we're wanting regular sticks, my mistake. There's a bird's nest as well, just here. Fallen bird's nest. Good way of getting feathers. Those some twigs there. They are. Excellent stuff. We need 3 more. But yeah, soon we'll have people to do all this stuff for us, and we can just focus on putting the buildings up. Right. Let's supply this. We should be able to make that rope. And our new villager will be here in just a few minutes now. So hopefully we've got everything just about ready for them. We can add some fuel to the fire, and we can get it ignited. Right. I think our next task is probably going to be to build ourselves a second home. I think we'll build a second shack. So let's go about doing that. Oh, we can also get a water well now. Yeah, he's really wanting us to start looking at defences and torches and things. But yeah, we're going to build a shelter. So we've got 2. And we'll level all of this off. And let's see what this is wanting to tell us now. Yep. So it's just telling us to summon new villagers, which we already are doing. Where did we place, yeah, those long sticks? We've probably got most of the materials for this already. We'll probably just need some regular sticks. Once we've got the woodcutter's hut going here as well, we should be able to kinda very quickly increase population, start building a lot more buildings and really expanding out the camp. So we need another long stick and then some regular twigs. And yeah, that's all back. But we did get a few regular sticks. One thing I do like as well is as you gather, you can see like some of the items that you've recently gathered just attached to your backpack. It's quite nice, that. Do like that touch. Right. New villager in 5 seconds. Here they come. They're going straight for the water. Did not find any sticks. Right. So, what we're going to do is we're going to assign Tora here. So, manage worker, assign. Right. What you need to do, Tora, is to go out and get me as much wood as you can. Meanwhile, what we probably want to do is get 5 more Jotun blood. And by 5 I mean 4, because we've already got one. Luckily there's a few more of those big ass shards over here. Quite a few actually, there's one over there as well in the distance, one just here, one behind. Plenty that we can be getting on with. So I'm going to go and punch this boulder for a few moments, and we should be good. So yeah, just 2 days in, we've already got a nice little village kind of set up. Oh, it looks like we can also look at Tora here. Yep. Villages and jobs, they're builders by default, and then we can assign things. Yet we know this, we've done it already. So she's already got, so we can see the other perks that she's got. So we know she was stout and hardest blessing. Storm forged. Imbued with the power of storms, I draw strength from thunder. When lightning cracks across the sky, I gain temporary boost to physical abilities and morale. I can reduce cold for longer periods than the average villain. Oh, I can endure, not cold for long periods of time. I possess exceptional stamina and strength, allowing me to perform physically demanding tasks for extended periods without fatigue. So yeah, they're definitely a strong worker, and possibly a pretty good fighter if we need them to be. Right. And the Jotun blood shard is nearly sorted. There we go. We'll take the large stones back in case we need them for something. We'll drop them off next to the eye. Just here. And as we can see, this is why we get other people to do the work. Already doing a lot of good stuff here. Like, look at that. Sticks. Tons of them. Bark. Loads. And we can just go up and grab these. Right. There's 2 more. We're nearly there. We're going to pick these berries. We're going to look in our inventory and let's see. Ooh, these mussels are a bit... bit funky, but we'll have them. Where's not one, not on all that. And there's some more berries. That's tomorrow's meal. Oh, actually. Oh, natural water collector. There's a drink. Here we go. This one's a bit close to the base. We'll crack on with this. Then we can probably get another village, and we'll probably, when we've got 2 villages and a few things built up, we'll probably call it there for our look at the game. But yeah, I'm guessing that eventually we can probably go in and start exploring the island and looking for some adventures and that. So, in fact, we might even see if we can take some of these people we've got and possibly go and kill some of those skeletons before we call it and see if there's anything there. My assumption is that eventually you'll be going around and, you know, there's all this Jotun blood everywhere. I'm guessing eventually you'll be hunting these giants. I guess. That's what I would guess at. We're getting surprisingly injured doing all this, aren't we? Right, we're nearly, very nearly there. It looks like this one might give us 3 blood shards, actually. Quite possibly, yeah. Very good yield from that one. I see some berries as well. Oh, inventory is full though. Right. Getting a nice pile of rocks here at this point. There it is. Right. There we are. So, we're going to want a stonecutters and a gatherers. The gatherer will go and get food. And we are going to need someone to do that because until there's food provided at the base, in these areas that villagers can collect from, they're going to be a bit peeved. Oh, that's the point as well. I've had the fire on this entire time. It's fine though. We've got more than enough firewood. Right. Your villagers also come and say hi as well, now and then. Looks like most of the area has been absolutely trashed over here. Like there's sticks everywhere and wow, okay. Need tons of sticks. Right. Villagers and jobs. Your villages are builds by default. Yep, we've seen all this. I do wonder if eventually you can assign them, because I don't think that we can... Okay, so we can give them like tools and items and things. Right, here, have... found some garlic. We could give them some of these berries. There you go. Sticks. Okay, go and gather more sticks. Oh, I'm gonna need long sticks. Ooh, she's got some. This is the advantage of having a person who's just cutting wood all the time. So we can now save loads of time in the construction of this, because we've just got materials ready and on hand. So compared to all our other structures that we've been building, this has been relatively easy to put together. Now we just need some rope, and what do we need for this? There we go. Now we need bark. Right, while we're at it as well, let's not forget to build this up. Berger or Toils, yeah. Runs longer, sleeps more often. Great stamina that comes with great thirst. So they use a lot more resources. Or we can have a proficient archer and a lumberjack. Okay, so we could put him as a lumberjack and we could move Tor on to... perhaps we could have her as chopping up stones and things, maybe? Let's get him in. So she could be, yes, a miner. And we could put him on wood cutting. Seems like a reasonable plan. And supply. Right, we'll manage this house. Assign the villager. There we go. Ooh, we need flax. We need a lot of flax. Is there any about? Ah. Luckily each one of these like little flax tree things gives us like 5 or 6 of the stuff. Right, here's another. Can we harvest this little spruce tree or... No, I guess not, right. Another water collector. And we can craft these. Couldn't find any thatch. Maybe we'll consider adding another wood harvest marker. Ah, stuck. Right. So we need a gatherer's slots there. So a wood harvest marker, eh? Somewhere where there's thatch. Thatch would be, yeah, the reeds and things that are down here. I'm assuming that they'd be able to handle themselves. Should they come down here? I don't think these would pose much of a threat. I'd still be a bit worried about it though. So much so that I'm actually willing to just clear these out at the moment. We are now cold and wet. Right. And this is near the reeds, and yeah, this should give us some thatch. Yeah, we've got some reeds there. I'm guessing they'll just come over and get that sorted for us. Lovely. Right. Okay. "5 minutes to villager number 2. And what are we looking at then? So we've got we've uncovered a nice area on the map. I think it was up around here that the skeletons were. Since we're cold and wet, we should probably actually ignite it this time as we go to bed. And we're now healing, though rather slowly. Right. It looks like we're gonna face a storm. Right. We can probably get up, extinguish the fire. How much firewood do we keep here? Do we have any? Sticks, bark, thatch storage, long stick storage. Okay. So what should we build now, I wonder? I think I've got a few ideas. Right. I think we want a water well. I think there were a natural spring over here somewhere. Fairly close by. Right, let's just come off that. Oh, it was literally there. And where are the sticks? Here we go. So we've got 10. How many do we need? Oh, we need a lot more. We need way more. Right, that's all of our sticks. Job's good un. Backpack. What have we got that we could eat at the moment? We've got those mussels. Right. And there's seeds. Okay, you can't just equip them like that apparently. Spoiled food. Drop that. Right, we're going to want some, yeah, some more sticks. I guess we'll be getting these ones manually. Oh, and we'll have a new person in momentarily. I guess what we'll want next is a stonecutter's hut. Right. Now, interestingly, this guy is a builder now because he's not got a job. There we go. So he's gone and just built that for us, and he'll do the same here. So we can now get both of these put on. There we go. And supply the rope. And he's gathering some twigs that are nearby. Gives us a wave. And he should... There we go. He's found enough of them. Lovely. Right. And it looks like... Where are we? So he has... Because we can look at his stats, his abilities now. A talent for farming and gathering, increasing crop yields and reducing the time it takes to grow plants. He is great at sprinting, great at archery. I have a good connection with the natural world. I'm able to gather more resources and maximise the bounty of the land. So he's got some excellent, excellent perks for gathering. So we want him farming, and we want him doing some lumberjacking and such. So yeah, the way that we're going to manage this, I think, trying to think, how do we get to open village menu there? So we just have to no, that's not the thing I'm looking for. Well, we can manage it from a building, I think. Right, let's assign workers. So we're going to assign Berger. Okay, dismiss, confirm, assign him. Then we've got the stonecutter's hut. So we're going to assign Tora. There's some Jotun blood nearby. So stones, large stones. Right. Then we're going to need someone to do some gathering. Right. So what have we got here? We've got veggie basket. We've got materials for like fibre and that, and then we've got berries. We can have 20 berry slots. Right. Let's go and gather some berries by ourselves. Looking for like bushes that are slightly... Pack of 100 smokers. That could be a problem. Where are they? That's the question. Hey, and we've got some small stones. Right. Was that a smolker? I guess that's a smolker. With the way we're announcing it, I was expecting something really menacing. It's like, nope. Not even a problem. Okay. No idea what we were worried about. Right. Anyway, I think this has been a good look at Aska. We'll see if we can, before we call it, we'll see if we can go and kill some skeletons, maybe get some combat shown off here. Because we have actually got, you know, you've got light attacks, you've got heavy attack. I know there's a block there. And, oh, and it looks like, yeah, so there's a dodge roll there. It looks like we have got a block on Q, but I'm pressing it and nothing's happening. Maybe we need a shield or something. Right. Smokers are leaving the village. Yes, I'm guessing that's the smokers. Okay. Let's put some food in here. And we'll deposit these there. So we left them some nibbles. Oh, mushrooms. Not gathered them yet. First time we've found mushrooms. Oh. So what do these do? Raw food. I guess we're finding out. What have they got to say? I need pickaxes to work. I'm starting to get hungry. Oh, that. Okay. Allow me to build you a pickaxe. I need sticks. Advanced production workshop pit. Ooh, we are getting fancy. And there she goes. Right. I think before we call it, we'll do a bit of exploring. What the hell were they? A good question. And what do we have over this way? Because there's a mark on the compass telling me to go this way. So we'll have a quick look. See if we can get into some trouble. Ah, that's pointing me to the shipwreck. Ah, we're not that fussed about the shipwreck. Right. That said though, we are now pretty much where we were at the start. But, importantly, what we're going to do this time, we're going to see if we can find where those skeletons were. They were just a bit inland, weren't they? Where would I say they were? So we'll see if we can get into a fight before the end here. So that was the shipwreck. This is all pretty much along the shore. Wood harvest markers are there, so it must have been somewhere around here. It's not a massive area to comb through, so we should be able to do it pretty quick. And I remember they were slightly inland. But where exactly? I think they might have been just up here. Yeah, I think we came from the shipwreck, we walked up here to try and get a little bit more inland and get a bit of an idea of where we were. And if we press Z here, it should give us an idea of where we are and what's around us. So it will highlight enemies. And there they are, we found them. We are very nearly dead. Damn. Right, it'll be a long time before we're capable of doing anything to the skeletons then. But it does look like they're just to our north. In that clearing. So kind of like northwest of us. We'll gather these berries as well. head back. But yeah, I think it's an interesting concept, this. I like the fact that you've got villagers that are quite useful in that. It strikes you almost as like a colony management type thing, like you would have with something like RimWorld or something. And you're kind of building out your own little kingdom type of thing here. Storage space is full. I'm homeless. I'm starting to get hungry. Okay. Deposit. Deposit. And he needs... yeah. Storage space is full and he's homeless. Right, so we need a new house. Well, we're probably dead. But yes, as I was saying though, so yeah, interestingly, we'll need to level this first. Yeah, I do like the concept of it. I'd like to see more of like later stages of the game, I think, before I'd be convinced to make a purchase on it. But so far, it's a pretty good showing for it. Right. 6 there. If we bring them over here, yay, it's leisure time. Guys, we might need a... maybe the AI on these isn't that crazy good. Oh man, you know, I think they're going in. Yep, they've realised. Oh, and we can harvest these. Right. We need a knife. And that means we're going to need some flax. Right. Craft a stone knife. Forget what you get from these, but I think it's like bones and things. But right. Anyway, like I said, I think the idea is pretty good here, and there's a good foundation. I think the strength of the game is very much, and it's difficult to rate something like a survival crafting game based on only a bit of gameplay. Even though it's, you know, it's an hour and a half worth, I don't want to make this episode enormous. This is already quite lengthy, but yeah. Because usually these games, it does take hours and hours and hours to really get into them. Which is why I'm willing to make the episodes a bit longer than that for these, because you kind of need to really get into the gameplay loop to really start figuring out. Storage is full. I was tapped by a white. I'm homeless. Yep, I know you want somewhere to live. I get you. I got you. We need some long sticks, and this also needs repair, long sticks and bark. Ugh. I'll get you a house built. But yeah, it seems to be pretty punishing on the combat. The enemies are very tough, I think. Like them skeletons. Very much easily capable of killing you. But I'm guessing it's just tough there because it's a pretty it's probably meant to be heavily guarded and you're not really meant to go there till later, I'm guessing. Probably after we've got maybe like a small party of people following us, and we've maybe got some what's it? He just took me fucking log the git. You tool. But yeah. So we'll probably want like armor and things up until that point. I am liking as well the what would you call it? I am liking the aspect of actually going and leveling like skills and stuff for your character and so on. Like I've actually, you know, I've got all these equipment slots, and then we're getting proficiencies and stuff. Like I've got level 9 gathering and 3 on range combat. We get an XP multiplier apparently as well for doing certain things, I guess. Not sure how to raise that, but right. I think we need he'll be happy anyway. We've emptied the storage for him. We need some flax though. We'll probably want a forager when next we get a chance to get one, but of course I'm saying all this and we'll be ending the episode shortly. I think I'll eat those berries. Lovely. Right. But yeah, I think it's definitely, if it's your kind of thing, if you like games like Valheim and stuff like that, this will probably be right up your alley. I think the graphics are they're definitely getting the job done. I think that, because this is the thing, that they're not quite stylized, but they're not quite, it's not going for like a photorealistic look. It's kind of hovering in between the two. You know, it's a little bit stylized with a reasonably realistic look to it in that. Let's manage art, manage house. Yes, I'm aware. Assign. And we need them long sticks. But yeah, it's definitely, I think if you're wanting one that leans more heavily into like being a colony sim, alongside having like some light RPG elements to it, this is probably more your speed. I will say one thing with these survival crafting games, it's the genre isn't like nailed to the floor yet. You know, a lot of them are still experimenting, so you're often finding, you know, some that will put more emphasis on exploration, some that will put more emphasis on like the role-playing aspect of it. or the base building. Like just the past day, the ones that I've played, I would say that, let's just go to sleep here. Of the ones I've played in the past day, I think that, well, in the past few days, the first dwarf that I've featured in the next fest that I've been doing, definitely more emphasis on like this emerging narrative on it and being like, ooh, finding out the mystery to these islands and so on, whilst also giving you a lot of base building activities to do. And it seemed very much around the idea of going from area to area, clearing out the enemies and then putting down a base there. Whereas then there was another one I've been on was Aloft, and that seems more to be to do with like exploration, just as like an example of something that's quite different. So that's much more about exploration, and you would go to each island and you'd fight off the enemies and take over the island. The combat was fairly simplistic, but they're like this little sort of combo thing where you could, if you clicked the attacks at the right time, it'd do them faster and more powerful. But it were fairly casual, but again, big emphasis on the exploration and quite a bit on the base building and so on. That Rika that I played, really big emphasis on the base building. But the gameplay loop seems to be just going and doing little jobs to unlock new furniture items. So it seemed almost like something like Stardew Valley or something. Where you would just be like helping out the local townsfolk in exchange for random rewards to improve your base with. And this one though seems more akin to something like Valheim. It obviously wears its inspiration on its sleeve, but yeah, this obviously more focused on like RPG elements and kind of being almost like a settlement management type thing, more than it is just survival crafting. I will say, out of all of them, this has been the one that most heavily emphasises the survival elements as well. Like there's cold, there's different weather, there's you've got to eat, you've got to sleep, and if you don't, then you suffer debuffs and things. It doesn't seem to be too crazily harsh with the survival mechanics. I mean, one of my favourites is Don't Starve, and the big thing about Don't Starve is it's probably the harshest one for the survival element of it. Like Don't Starve, you are just constantly struggling to just get by for most of probably like the first section of the game. Like you'll probably spend quite a bit of the game, especially when you're new to it, just figuring out how to just, well, literally not starve for a while. That said, it's also what makes it quite quite tense and keeps the pacing going, because you're always constantly potentially just on the edge of a game over there and then. But yeah, this seems, I think out of all, this is probably the one that I'd be most likely to look into further, maybe even buy myself so far. I think at this point, so when this comes out, the next fest will have been long since over. The demo was available prior to the next fest. It might be available afterwards. I'd give it a look if you're interested. It might still be there. You can always wishlist the game though if you like what you see. I do like this one. I've got a few more games left in the next fest. One of them is another style crafting thing. I think it's called Once Human. I keep hearing about it, so I'm going to have a look into what it actually is. So I'm going to be covering that. See how that one is. So if you're into this, maybe you'll want to give that video a watch as well. If you've liked what you see though, in addition to being able to wishlist the game, remember you can give a video a like, give a subscribe if you will. Thank you very much for your time of watching the video. And again, as I mentioned, more videos to come as we're near the end of the coverage of the next test I've got ready. And thanks for watching. I'll see you then.